Hey everybody, welcome back. We are getting ready to watch some more Dark. We're heading into the final two episodes. I am a bit stuffy. I think I now have a sinus infection on top of recovering from COVID. So I get sinus infections all the time. So I've got medicine in the cabinet that I will start taking after my antibiotics have been in me 24 hours for my cat bite that I had. You can kind of still see the bump there, but my hand's not swollen anymore, so we're good there. We now know that the 2019 universe is the future, the 1986 universe is the present, and the 1953 universe, making sure I'm doing my 33s, 1953 universe is the past. Auric went to the 50s and killed, and I can't pronounce his name correctly, Ungar Doppler, who is, I finally remembered who he was, and he wasn't, as far as we know, he was not involved with the kid's disappearance at all. So that's something that Oric kind of latched onto and just kind of stayed with it. The only connection he had, as far as I remember, are the tire treads, which match the van. But I'm sure he's not the only person in the county, Providence, what I don't know, township. I don't know what it would be called. I'm sure he's not the only one with those kind of tires. We do know that Peter and Oric's dad are somehow involved with knowing what's going on. Don't necessarily know if they're taking the kids or not. We know that Bearded Guy is involved with the kids because we saw him. He was one of the ones that was dragging Eric, if I remember correctly. I don't know what the ground seller has to do with it all, though. Noah, we've been introduced to, but we still don't know a lot about him. We don't know his role. But based on the words that were being spoken while they were showing images, I'm wondering if he is the Antichrist. Because isn't the Antichrist is supposed to, I'm not good with religion, but isn't the Antichrist, whoops, you okay? Little weeble wobbly even when she's sitting. The Antichrist is kind of the messenger, isn't he? Is that the same character? I might be speaking out of turn. I think I'm remembering that from The Seven Signs. Great movie, by the way. But he comes in like a lamb, kind of, or comes in like a lion, comes out like a lamb, something like that. There was a lot of religiosity with that movie, and I'm trying to remember it all. I remember they talked about lions and lambs, and I do know the something of that metaphor. But the Antichrist is also like a messenger, I believe. So I don't know if that's what Noah is or not. The bearded guy is trying to fix things. I don't know if he's trying to fix what Oric has done now, or if he was trying to fix things from the very first time somebody wandered into the cave. We've met the guy who invented the machine, which is not necessarily a time machine. I can't remember exactly how they described it, but it is what helps keep the door open. There was the initial energy blast, I think from 53, and then they use this machine to help open the door every 33 years based on the writings from the time machine guy. So that's kind of what we got out of the last one from what I understood. Most of it goes right over my head. So we'll see where I'm at with all of that. But let's go ahead and get into it, see what's going to happen next. I'm curious how they're going to wrap things up, but at the same time, keep it going. And I'm wondering if Oric is going to figure out that the two dead boys are Eric and I'm pretty sure Yasin. So let's find out. And this one is called Everything Is Now. So you reap what you sow, which I hmm, that could be Oric or it could be Time Machine Guy from the last episode. Now we've got Everything Is Now. So there's no longer past and present, there's now. So does that mean Oric goes back to the future and it's all now? Are we starting to bring in some Spaceballs into the show? If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into it.
Mankind has always been puzzled about his true origin.
That kind of looks like Billy. When they flash the pictures, I can't keep it straight. It goes too fast for my brain. Oh, we're seeing it in action. This is the next morning. Oric, you stayed there all night?
Come, Gretchen, come! Come! Gretchen!
She's got such a cute outfit.
With that haircut, you almost look like James Dean. Why did you leave where you come from? Are you bank robbers on the run?
Is it one of her dresses she's loaned her?
Although I couldn't say he was a man of faith.
So, do you miss him?
Did she kill her husband?
He wasn't a good person. Sometimes I think it's good that he's dead. And I'm free.
I feel like he's not a being that was born into love.
Was she raped?
When we touch others' lives, we ourselves are touched. And it is thusly
Is that
God's hands
Noah?
guide to our true destiny.
I think it is Noah.
I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
And he's acting like it too.
Grace and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Uh-oh. There's the police. You've got blood all over you, Oric.
Halt! Stop right there!
Is he gonna run into the cave?
Please!
Does he think he knows where he's headed?
Helga will never be able to kill again.
You're a maniac.
Helga, not Unger. Not
But I
getting back
changed
to the
it.
future. No, he didn't change it. Just gave him a concussion. Bank robber? Who was that? And do we know how Katerina got the bruises and stuff? So Regina's torture is all Hannah's fault.
You should probably get it checked.
So, does Officer Tiderman treat Oric the way he is because of Oric going back to the 50s and knowing the name Oric Nielsen? That would kind of explain some of the hatred towards Oric, but not necessarily, because if he doesn't understand the whole time thing, then maybe it's just coincidence as far as he's concerned, and it's unknown biased. But maybe he did find out the future stuff, and so that's why he's been treating Oric that way. Don't know. This is the other cave. Are we going to find out what this cave has to do with things? She's doing it in heels again. Oh, toxic waste. Tobacco counter. Oh, the puppy. Hi, Gretchen. Oh, is she the little girl? So he must have found out about the future stuff. And now we're going to find out about the woods stuff.
Hey,
Although we
tie him
did
in.
see her tied up already.
Damn four eyes.
You better start that apology now.
Now, who is that boy? Is this bearded guy?
You're bleeding.
Because he was shot.
Alexander.
We've heard that name before. Is that bearded guy's name?
So it wasn't a precautionary measure. The tubes were changed after this happened.
It's only what we make of it. Our report stated things differently.
They're talking
Fact
about
is, we were
85.
lucky.
Who came out? And I forget Grandpa's name now. Is he actually turning them into little bombs? Is that Helga? His ear's messed up. Scarring on the face a little bit. Don't move the curtains. No, curtains moved. You gave yourself away. I couldn't read the name. Who's spying on him? Hannah. Are we finding out how her hair goes straight? Okay, so Helga is involved with it. That actor looks familiar.
Why doesn't this thing work?
To believe when no one else believes in our dream.
So that was
I won't
Noah
do this
earlier.
anymore.
That will restore everything anew. The beginning and the end.
Third and final one. Is this what the kid buried? His passport, gun, and... Yep. What was the other stuff that was in it? Bottas? Nywald? Is she going to play her the message?
You're wrong, Charlotte. This isn't any better.
I know they are adults playing teenagers, but I still don't like watching that on screen. Katerina. That poor door is going to get busted in. I guess she hadn't confronted her.
It's over. It's all over.
She doesn't know why it's over, though. Tell her why it's over. Why he tried to choke you.
I ended it.
Oh, more lies.
You know how he can be. He wanted to leave you. I told him that was nuts.
Katerina knows that's a lie, right? Don't console her. This is... His name starts with a B. Bothus? Is that maybe the name on the ID?
Can I help you?
You must be Bartosz.
Bartosz.
I'm Claudia, your grandmother.
Now, is that
Sophie
Claudia of
never
the
passed
future?
Where have you been all these years?
You have to believe this.
I'm screwing up my timelines again.
If I could turn back time.
So she's the nuclear plant lady. Little Dusty. I can't say anything.
I want you to destroy Ulrich. I want him to lose everything.
Well,
Got
he
it.
kind of has. He's in the past.
Boris Newald. Interesting name. That name suits you much better.
I was close. What does Jonas see?
Gotta go.
Have to go where? Can you tell me what's going on? I've been trying to reach you for days, and you can't even text me back.
He doesn't want to talk about it. Oh, that's right. So wait. So her brother is now his father, which would make her his aunt by blood. So that is kind of a little weird, isn't it?
It's us.
It's...
Can't
we're
tell
just
her.
not a good match.
I was gonna say she won't understand.
I'm sorry.
Still walked away. That's good. She doesn't
I want you to
understand
do
though.
me a favor. And what do we do with the truck?
Do we know why Eye Patch Guy has an eye patch? She gonna go into Bearded Guy's room and she's gonna see everything in the interweb of connections. Waiting for her to see herself. There's Mickle. If all 3 cylinders are up, does that mean the door is closing? I guess it's bricks, not cobblestone. Suicide doors.
I have work for you. But there's one condition. You can't speak of it to anybody.
When do I start?
So I now know he's not Bearded Guy. Is Bartish Bearded Guy? So he's the one that seals the door. Is that Charlotte? Oh no, that's Bearded Guy. Bearded Guy. Why is he opening up a radiation canister? So the cell phone's what helped give him the idea for the time machine stuff? She's going back in time. Floor plans for what?
I want you to build this for me.
The time machine. So he's got one guy in the 80s approaching him, telling him to fix the machine, and he's got one lady from the 2019 who's gone back to the 50s to ask him to make it. I think this show just wants me to live in confusion. They showed us Alexander / Boris with sealing up the door in the cave that had the radiation containers. But then they showed us that one of the 18-wheeler, I don't know what the back end is called, had the radiation containers. So did Alexander / Boris move it? And in one life, he's Regina's husband, but in another life, he's the bearded guy. Or is the bearded guy Bortosh, who helped Noah move the containers? Or am I completely off on all of it? And who knows? And Claudia was the one that was giving lessons to Unger, or not Unger, Helga, that had the dog Gretchen, that is Regina's mother. So Regina said that her mother died. So we don't know what happened to Claudia. I guess since Regina was young till now, till 2019. I don't know. And as you can hear, my congestion's getting worse. So, uh, thank you all for joining me on this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.